And the death toll has been a contentious issue here in the Bahamas. While the government has insisted on a slow and methodical approach to removing and counting the dead, Bahamians are getting impatient because they know there are far more people who died than has been reported.
Capture. Set.
It's grim work removing bodies in the tropics a week after a disaster. Emotionally, it's even harder to comprehend because those doing the job are Bahamian, and the government decided this wasn't something they could ask strangers to do. But still, they need teams like the urban search and rescue experts from the Burnaby Fire Department. 13 men, 4 dogs, and the experience of knowing how to find bodies in rubble. This is where they'll be for the next few days, Marsh Harbor on Abaco Island, which was wiped out by a 5-meter-high wall of water. Their jobs will be to locate and geotag the bodies, but not remove them.
From what I've heard, because there were people at the hotel from up there, they said that there is quite a smell in the air, and which would mean there's quite a few bodies.
How many is still unknown. The death toll is expected to rise into the hundreds, possibly even the thousands. And the Bahamian government is still trying to come up with a plan for those who survived. Every few hours, a new plane lands with more evacuees who are processed and then taken to shelters. How long will they stay? Where will they ultimately go? Nobody really knows. The Boodle family was fortunate one of Nassau's resorts opened its doors. But in truth, they're not relaxing.
It's paradise right now, but what I went through was a living hell.
Emmett Boodle and his family tried to flee in a large bus. As he saw people in need, he picked them up. And soon, 90 people were crammed into a space meant for half that.
That's like Noah's Ark. But, I mean, they had nowhere to go.
The horror for him was having to drive around the bodies of people he knew, images he can't escape.
But it's always up here. Time in my sleep, I see it. You know? I see it.
They're safe now, but unsure if they'll ever go back. On their phones, the Boodles all have pictures of friends who lost their lives. They want to look to the future, but the past is still too raw. Will you ever forget the things you saw?
No, I don't think so. No.
So what now for that family? Well, they've expressed interest in moving to Canada, and they've made inquiries. Leaving their island will be hard because it's home. But going back after all they saw and experienced, that could be much harder.